From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Monday, April 27th. Before we get into our top 6 stories for you this morning, our question of the day is 25% of first-year college students say this is the hardest part about being away from home. What is it? Answer is missing their pets. None of our viewers or ourselves on the morning team got this right this morning, but if you feel you got what it takes to get these questions of the day right, be sure to head over to the 1011 Facebook page, put in your guess, and we read off both the guesses and answer on 1011 this morning. Every morning. That being said, let's jump right in to our top 6 stories from this morning, starting things off with national news from over the weekend. The suspect who opened fire outside of this weekend's White House Correspondents' Dinner, 31-year-old Cole Allen, is expected to be arraigned today in a federal courtroom in Washington. Authorities say the alleged shooter wrote in a so-called manifesto and planning to target Trump administration officials, quote, from highest ranking to lowest. The president posted video right here on social media of the suspect sprinting through a Secret Service checkpoint and images of him after his arrest. Investigators say the California teacher boarded a train from Los Angeles to Washington on Tuesday and checked into the Hilton Hotel on Friday. According to police, the suspect exchanged gunfire with law enforcement. Only one person was hit, a Secret Service agent in his bulletproof vest. This marks the third major assassination attempt against President Trump in less than 2 years. And over on the local side, among those at this dinner when the chaos unfolded was Nebraska Congressman Mike Flood. Flood says he heard plates breaking, saw Secret Service agents rushing the stage before being told to get down along with the rest of the attendees. He says the dinner should have been a place to celebrate the First Amendment.
I almost just shed a tear just watching this scene. It's like, we're better than this. Like, we don't want to live this way. I mean, here, everybody is doing the right thing. Republicans, Democrats, members of the media.
Now, we have lots of other Nebraska lawmakers reacting this morning and over the weekend on social media, which you can find on this story attached to our page at 1011now.com. So be sure to head over there for the full list of people that responded to this incident. Flood adding he hopes the event is rescheduled. U.S. Senator Deb Fischer of Nebraska also attended this dinner. Again, if there's any other updates, be sure to stick with us at 1011 Now for more on this developing story. Now, happening today, a Lincoln City Council member is moving to keep the city's minimum wage where Nebraska voters said it should be. Councilman James Michael Bowers says he'll introduce an ordinance at today's meeting to maintain the minimum wage standard passed by voters in 2022. The voter-approved measure, known as Initiative 433, set the state on a path to a $15 minimum wage by 2026, with yearly cost of living increases. But earlier this year, state lawmakers approved changes, including allowing lower wages for younger workers and limiting those annual increases. Bowers says his proposal would keep the original voter-approved standard in place without those exceptions. After being introduced today, though, the ordinance will still need to go through multiple readings and a public hearing before a final vote. Now over to your fourth story for you this morning. We learned over the weekend the Pressy fire is now 75% contained. The Nebraska Forest Service says the fire has burned more than 9,000 acres in central Nebraska and is now mostly controlled. The blaze started last Wednesday around 2 p.m. and one home and several other buildings have been reported as lost to the fire. The cause, though, is still under investigation. Now switching things over to some lighter Husker sports news, the playing surface at Bowlin Stadium will now forever be known as Rhonda Revelle Field. On Saturday, during Husker Softball Senior Day, Nebraska Athletics surprised the legendary coach by naming a field in her honor. Coach Revelle and the entire Nebraska team found out on the field just like everybody else. At the game, Nebraska set a new Bowlin Stadium attendance record for the second straight day with over 3,500 fans on hand. In the end, the Big Red sweeping Iowa 13-0. So congratulations to them. And if you already heard it or if you missed it from this past weekend, this is the moment Emmett Johnson learned he would be joining Chiefs Kingdom. The Husker star running back was selected in the 5th round of the 2026 NFL Draft on Saturday by Kansas City. Johnson telling head coach Andy Reid on the phone that he just made the best pick in this year's draft. The Big Ten running back of the year shares more on joining the Chiefs.
I really love the field, love the environment, and I know a lot of Nebraska fans are gonna follow me there, so it's gonna be great. I didn't go as early as people thought I would go, but I just know that I needed the opportunity, and so I just had faith the whole time. I know what I am as a player, so I have no doubt that I'll be ready for the NFL. I just needed one opportunity, man, like I said, and whoever chooses me is who I'm gonna go all in for. So they chose me, and that's all I care about, and I'm just ready to get to work.
Now, Johnson certainly knows there are many Husker fans who are also Chiefs fans. That moment coming full circle in that footage you're seeing right here on your screen back when Nebraska faced off against Cincinnati in Arrowhead to start off last season. Just a full circle story tale moment coming to that full circle moment again. Johnson had 135 total yards when the Huskers played at that game in KC last August. Just amazing news around Husker athletics from this weekend. But that's going to do it for your Morning Pulse for your Monday morning. We're going to give you a look at our rainy 7-day forecast before tossing things over to Brandon Rector with more on what you need to know before you head out the door today.
Good Monday morning. Meteorologist Brandon Rector with you in the 1011 Severe Weather Center. We are going to be mostly cloudy to cloudy, cool and breezy for today. There is also a 30% chance of some isolated to scattered showers moving through as we go through the morning till about mid-afternoon. Chance really tapering off by the time we get to late afternoon and early this evening. In fact, clouds likely decreasing as we go through the evening. We'll have north-northwest winds today around 10 to 25 with some gusts up to 35 miles per hour possible as we go through late morning and afternoon. Temperatures at noon today look to be in the upper 30s to mid 60s. By 4, we are in the low 40s to around 60, and by 8 this evening, temperatures will be in the low 40s to mid 50s. In Lincoln for today, temperature generally in the mid to upper 50s.
From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.